Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Golden Boy, and let's just go ahead and talk about all the amazing things that are going on in the world of gaming and more today. So I did want to talk about this last week, but I didn't really I don't know, I made the video and I wasn't really feeling it all that much. So I decided to just wait on it, stew on it a little bit, and I figured this would be a pretty fun topic to cover. So that first topic is going to be about Halo commentary. There was some discussion about, you know, the way of which the commentators currently engage in professional Halo commentary. I wanted to chime in on this real fast because I do understand people's perspective. If you are a seasoned viewer of competitive Halo, you're probably not too into the play-by-play commentary. And for those of you guys who don't know, I'm a play-by-play commentator, and that's just what I do. I understand that a seasoned viewer is not really into the play-by-play, the calls, right? And if you're new to this and you're like, wait, what the hell is this guy talking about? Well, basically, play-by-play commentary is the narration of the gameplay, and then there's color commentary, which is the breakdown of said gameplay. Both serve a critical role in the commentary process. And, you know, it's just also style and preference, whatever you like, right? Like I said, seasoned viewers like more color commentary. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this was because it was almost as if people were saying they don't want any more play-by-play commentary, but that's just not going to change. I hate to be that guy to tell you this, especially for those of you guys who've been around the scene for a long time. But the play-by-play commentary, those are the things that get people engaged, get people excited, get people really into the action. And then when they want to learn, that's when they start to listen to the color commentator. Each commentator serves a purpose. It's almost as if it's like yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. And if anyone is interested in a deeper discussion about this, you know, feel free to reach out to me personally. You can always ask me on stream, and I can always give you guys my 2 cents. When you put two play-by-play commentators together, it's just like an information overflow. You're just like hearing words and things are just thrown at you, and it's like crazy, and it's not that fun. But then when you hear two color commentators, sometimes they can be hung up on a particular moment, or it may not just be as exciting or as engaging. And while I do see both sides of the coin here, if I'm being honest, it's just something that doesn't work. I have many years experience in esports commentary, and from my experience, I could just say that whether you put two play-by-play or two color commentators, it just doesn't really gel as well as a dynamic pair. Now, there are different styles of commentary. You can have, like my friend ZP calls it, the hybrid style of commentary, which is a little bit play-by-play, a little bit breakdown, but that also requires some significant, I don't know, some significant like chemistry between the two commentators. Personally, moving forward, I would like to see all games just adopt the CS model, or now we're starting to see in Overwatch, just adopt that model, which is pairings. Pairings are important to me. It creates for a better cast. People enjoy listening to it more, and you also just get this chemistry that you would hear with guys like Monte Cristo and Doa, or Henry G and Sadikis, or even Anders and Semler, you know, back a little while ago, not necessarily in the day, but, you know, a little while ago. I just think that there is space in Halo, Call of Duty, Gears of War, whatever that game may be, to have dynamic pairings. I ended up getting a notification while I was in the middle of that. I love this thing. It's so cool. And look, you could just do this. It's off. I love this thing. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was the recent Call of Duty World League news. Yes, MLG finally revealed the information for the upcoming WW2 season for the Call of Duty World League. And the reason why this isn't getting its own video is because I took a little too long to make it, because, you know, your boy's a little lazy sometimes. So my bad there, guys. Now we're going to talk about it. So let's just jump into it. Okay, so firstly, you have the open events. Now these are going to be very important, and this is, I would essentially say, the backbone of the Call of Duty World League. There are going to be 6 events spread from November to July. The first 3 events are going to be Dallas, New Orleans, and Atlanta. I actually happen to like all 3 of those places. I'm looking forward to seeing what the other 3 are. Hopefully we get a European event. That'd be pretty cool. And maybe one in Mexico, I think, would actually be pretty dope as well. Latin America could get some love. Maybe Canada. Maybe we take the CW on the road. That's personally what I would like to see happen. We would also have the stages returning from last year. There will be 2 stages throughout the year. And below that, and this is the interesting thing, and I do applaud MLG for making this, is the national circuit. And this will be that tier right below the Pro League for people who don't make it in, but there are some advantages to those who don't get into the Pro League to compete in the national circuit. Now, while many have criticized the prize pool for being less than stellar, honestly, getting a ticket, a free ticket, really, for winning the whole competition. So maybe not necessarily free, you got to earn it, but you know, nothing in life is free. So just a lesson for you kids. But getting one of those just all expense paid trips to an event, that is very important. I think that just benefits people who compete in the national circuit, because this gives those amateur teams an opportunity to be able to climb the ranks, get into the Pro League potentially, because if they win, they'll have everything paid for. So I think it is, you know, win-win in my opinion. Finally, what we did find out is a Call of Duty World League Championship will be taking place in August, and that will be the closeout for the World War II season. I'm honestly excited. I think this is going to be the most exciting season of Call of Duty in years, if I'm being honest. It's a game that people are excited about. It looks fun. They made great improvements to the spectator mode, and overall, I'm very, very pumped for this upcoming season, just because it's a boots on ground game. It's a World War II game. When I was competing back in the day, we didn't have that kind of structure, especially for a game like Call of Duty 2 or even World at War. We didn't have this structure. So it's going to be fun to see how a World War II game can compete in the modern age. I think it's going to impact design in general in the future, because I do believe that a lot of companies are looking at this and saying, can Activision pull it off? Can they make a World War II game again in 2017, sell it to millions of people, and build an esports structure around it? There's a lot riding on this, but personally, I'm optimistic. I tell you what, recording a video in New York is so difficult, because if you want to open your window, you have just alarms and trains and people, and it's annoying and whatever. But anyway, let's just go ahead and move on. So the next bit of amazing in gaming is The Last of Us trailer. You can find a link for this in the description down below, but my goodness. So they just put out this new trailer. It's a scene, very gritty, very, very realistic, almost shockingly realistic. Didn't see anything on Ellie there, but still, it looks amazing, and it just sets up the story even more. Check it out if you haven't had a chance to do so yet. It is super sick, and I'm pumped for this game. And I also hope, because this is something that no one's going to mention in any video anywhere, that the multiplayer is just as good as the first one. Because if you haven't played The Last of Us multiplayer yet, please do yourself a favor and check that out, because it was shockingly good. And that's just what Naughty Dog does. They make this amazing story, these amazing games, and then they put this cleverly designed multiplayer into it. It's ridiculous. Check it out if you haven't had a chance to do so. Another bit of amazing: Rocket League on the Nintendo Switch will be coming out November 18th. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for this. Not only do we have the RLCS championships coming up in just a little bit, season 4 championships in Washington, DC, but you also are gonna have Rocket League on the Nintendo Switch, Rocket League on the go. Now, I'm excited to see how this game plays. I wonder what the frame rate's gonna be like, what the performance is gonna be like, but overall, it's gonna be Rocket League on the Switch. I could play Rocket League on the plane. I could play Rocket League on my bed. I could play Rocket League with that homeless dude named Jeb down the block. Maybe I wouldn't like give him the controller, but I'd be like, hey dude, you want to take turns? I don't know, I'll have to look at him, but you know what I mean. You can just play it anywhere. It's gonna be awesome. And then finally, the last thing you got to talk about here is the New York Overwatch team announcement. For those of you guys who don't know, and if you happen to be living under a rock, or you just weren't paying attention to this video and you made it this far, so God bless if you did. I'm a New Yorker, and personally, this impacts me. The New York Excelsior, that is going to be the name of the New York Overwatch team. Not like all things New York, because you know, we're so great. New Yorkers just get so much criticism. So there was some fair criticism for the reveal. The New York Excel is what they're going by. and the logo a little confusing, but I do like appreciate what they're going for with the logo. But I will say that the text logo is way better than the other logo. I love the NYXL look. And for those of you guys who don't know, the official I guess motto or phrase or whatever, I don't know what they call it, it's on the flag of the state, for Christ's sake. It's Excelsior, so it makes a lot of sense. Also, it's a callback to Stan Lee when he used to say Excelsior at the end of all of his Marvel comics. And for those of you guys who don't know, Stan Lee, diehard New Yorker, that's right, you know, because New York, best place, just throwing it out there. Personally, I'm willing to rock one of the snapbacks with the NYXL logo on it. It looks pretty fresh, pretty sick, if I don't say so myself. But it will be an all-Korean roster that was formerly known as LW Blue. So an all-Korean roster representing the New York Overwatch team. There's been some controversy. There has been some discussion about this. Like, I believe it's an all-Korean roster representing the London team. We'll see how the season begins to shape out. This is only the first season, so I'm willing to give this one, you know, the benefit of the doubt here. You want to get the best players in the world, no matter where they're from. And speaking of just some other news, I will be at BlizzCon once again working on the Overwatch World Cup. If you happen to see all the stops from the Overwatch World Cup, it will be a similar role where I'll be on the desk. Super excited once again to be taking up the mantle of the Overwatch World Cup hosting at BlizzCon. This will be my second BlizzCon working and my third BlizzCon attending, and I'm very grateful for Blizzard who's given me this opportunity here, so thank you so much to those guys. Also, I will be away a little bit longer as I have some other unannounced events. I have one event with Twitch that's going to be taking place in LA after BlizzCon, and then it's going to be my birthday, and then after that I have another event, and I'm really looking forward to sharing what that event is with you guys, because it's going to be pretty dope. So that's going to do it for me. If you happen to like this video, why don't you go ahead, give it a like. If you want to check out more, subscribe to the channel. I go live on Twitch every single day unless I'm casting an event, in which case you guys will know if you join the Discord. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, but if you join the Discord, I'll be sure to let everyone know when I fly out, when I'm coming back, and you guys can just talk to me straight up. No waiting. You're just gonna see it on the Discord. I mean, there may be a little wait if I'm like in an airplane or something like that, but you know, it's overall, right? Like you get the picture. Just join the Discord, you know, and just follow the things and support what I'm doing here. So now I want to hear from you in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on the recent Call of Duty World League news? How do you feel about the New York Excelsior lineup, the logo, the announcement, the roster? What are your thoughts about my beliefs on Halo commentary, whether or not we should have pairings, or whether or not you would like to see just more color commentary? And also, how do you feel about The Last of Us Part 2 and Rocket League on the Switch? So much to discuss. Please go ahead, share it down in the comment section below. And also, I'll be at BlizzCon, so if you happen to see me, come by, say hello. I want to meet everyone. You know, just don't be shy, say hi. But that's gonna do it for me. My name is Golden Boy, and I'll see you on the other side.